Hey everybody, I'm here with Gravity Tractor, who's playing Red Sky into July. What is up, Gravity Tractor?
How's it going?
How did you come up with the name Gravity Tractor?
I'll let Will take this one.
I really hardly remember. It was Milltown Dolly, the song that we have off of our first attempt at making a record. It was actually named Gravity Tractor. It's something NASA made.
All right.
Theoretically, to deflect an asteroid if it's coming toward the Earth, and we ended up renaming the song, so we just went with that.
So, are a lot of your songs like space themed?
No, but the first one was, I think, right? First one we did was space themed. Thank you.
Which one? We did
Milltown Dolly. Yeah.
Milltown Dolly.
Yeah.
And so how long have you guys actually been together? Because Kenan, you're like in 5 bands. This is one of them. Have you guys always collectively been together for this, or?
So like 2009, 2010, Will, Benji, and I started playing together, and we went several years without finding a singer. And 2015 or 16, Kenan jumped on board. We've known Kenan for years. Just,
One of his projects freed up.
yeah, he had a little time to spend with us. So, nah.
One night every week.
One of his mini bands said,
Right,
"Hey, we're gonna
right.
go on hiatus," and he's like, "Yeah, guys, I got some time now."
He's a busy man. Yeah, so he joined us in like 2015. So we've been kind of a unit for.
So this is the lineup since 2015.
Correct. Yeah.
And what, when you guys get together, we were playing in other bands before, like in your bands would play shows together, and then I guess those all broke up and brought you together.
Yeah.
Is that how it worked, or
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
I mean, that's how it typically works, right? Over a couple beers.
We were in a couple bands, but me and Will and Jay have been playing, just jamming for years, and we never could find a singer. And we just pretty much begged Kenan, and then Kenan wrote some lyrics, and then it just clicked, and then it was just history from there. And then we would do projects and just record, and we came up with an album within a couple of months. We put an album together because the songs were already recorded. He tracked the vocals, and then everything else is just, magic.
So you're going on 6 years. So how is the chemistry in this group different from your previous bands that's making it last so long, sustain?
I think we all realize we all have personal lives, and this is not our day-to-day job, but we do have a passion in it. We do it weekly. We play a few times a week, whether it's us getting together or just by ourselves. It's just right.
I mean, I know Kenan's other band, the chemistry is about partying.
Right. We have a little of that.
What's the focus here?
I think our right.
You just like each other's face so
We're
much.
like space junk. Right. No, we definitely like to party and stuff, but I think it's more like a mental health thing for us all to get in a room together and play and chop some stuff out.
And Kenan was saying earlier, you did an album and then you did some singles. So where are you at now? You still working on just doing singles, or maybe doing another EP or another album?
Well, we have a few songs in the chute. I think we're probably going to move towards another album.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll have something for the listeners here in several months. But
Are you going to be debuting any new stuff at Red Sky?
there'll be at least one song, maybe a second. So they're all kind of new to a lot
Which
of
is
people,
always very, very exciting
right,
to try
right.
out new stuff.
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on Red Radio. Can't wait to see you at Red Sky. Everybody check out Gravity Tractor at Red Sky July 31st.
This next song is Raggedy Jane.
Pull up barrel through the chains. Show me who spreads the blame. I'm sitting here over there, know my way. Give me more
Red Radio Productions South presents Red Sky Summer Music and Arts Festival, Saturday, July 31st at the District Green, located at 785 Howard Avenue, Biloxi, Mississippi. Featuring live music by Grayson Caps, Royal Horses, Galen Martin plus Crutches, Della Memoria, Mobtown Revival, Miles Sharp and Stereo Junkie, None the Wiser, The End, Gravity Tractor, and Zach Perkins. Stand-up comedy by Patty Dwyer. Live painters Greg Knoll Art, Robbie Amonette, and Andrew Switzer. Art vendors, street performers, food trucks, and cold beer. $20 tickets can be purchased in advance at Marley's Music or buy them at the gate. Kids 12 and under are free, so bring your picnic blanket and groove on the green with us at Red Sky.
Hey everybody, I don't know what episode this is, but we have Jesse Blaylock from a Deathlog. What's up, Jesse?
How's it going, man? How are you?
I was just telling Jesse that he reminded me of the ghost of Lena Stanley. What do you guys think? Are you feeling that Alice in Chains vibe or what?
Boy.
Just Allison
man.
who?
Allison who?
Jesse's a young gun. I'm an old gun.
Yeah.
And you love painting.
Yes, sir, I do. That's,
We got to get the mic up.
get the mic
There
up.
we go.
Check.
That mic close for those low talkers.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I love to paint. I started painting when I was 21, and I've been painting for about 8 years now, going strong. As of a few years ago, I started taking it a bit more seriously and ended up painting restaurants, different places in Gulfport, downtown.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've painted a lot of places down here on the coast,
Yeah, man. There's Fishbone Alley in Gulfport.
right?
That's a really cool place.
Scott plays there like every weekend.
Oh, okay. I have to go check him out when I'm
You
in
never
town.
seen Scott in Fishbone Alley? Well, I don't know if he was playing it, but he was there.
Oh man.
I tell you, find him over on the side of the dumpster. Mandy knows where to find him.
Oh man. But I'm not the only artist in there. There's some really good artists that are actually some pretty good friends of mine that are in there and worth going in there and seeing. So
Are you part of like an artistic crew, a group that kind of gets together and shares ideas? And
I'd like to think anybody that's reaching out, I would reach back in the same way. And there's a place in Athens, Georgia that I'm at right now, a studio that I'm painting at. It's the Rabbit Hole Studio. And
are you from Georgia?
No, I'm not from Georgia. I've been there right at 3 years, but I grew up in South Mississippi mainly, and I went to Katrina, so I kind of bounced back and forth from the East Coast to there, and then ended up graduating out of St. Martin. So
Okay.
yeah, I'd like to say I'm from a lot of places, and everywhere it could be, potential.
So you like in Athens?
Oh man, yeah, I love it. I love just being able to go see anything new in general. So,
That's where you currently are.
yeah.
It's a vibrant town when you're not in a pandemic, huh?
Oh man, it was really crazy when the pandemic hit because there's so many people. It's a college town. There's so many people there, and there's just no one in sight. And I love to skateboard too, so I'm just like bombing hills and going, downtown. The police are not even there, and they're not, giving you a problem or anything. So it was a really good opportunity also to focus on, my work and use that energy that I could collect from. As everything was kind of unfolding with COVID and people were just like hiding and running away, or so to speak, just whenever, no one was around for a little while after that happened. But I was, and it was just really cool to be in that and then express that in my work.
So you have your own studio in Athens?
Yeah, I have a studio with Rabbit Hole Studios right now.
Cool.
And before that, I had one for right at a year. One of my buddies, he had let me just use a spare room in his attic, and it was awesome. It was
I
a good
used to
time.
have a studio in New Orleans that I would paint in, and I did a bunch of paintings.
Which one was it?
It was the basement of my friend's house.
Okay, that works.
And he let me make it into a studio. It was like the back room on the bottom floor, but he let me make it into like a little art studio. And so I'd go over there on the weekends and work on paintings and collages. But the problem was New Orleans. There's so many places to eat food. By the time I go eat someplace really good, and
That's
come
the
back,
best part.
You know, get the paint ready. Be like, oh man, look at that. It's time to eat again.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
And then I come back and be like, oh, now I'm sleepy. You know, it's hard to get anything done.
Yeah, I actually spent a few years there as well, doing some wood carving and painting in the Courtyard Gallery.
Nice.
Back when it was still up. I think it's not there anymore, but it's right there by the French Quarter. And I was doing a lot of paintings and learning wood carving from Daniel Garcia there for a few years. So I had actually met him the first time I went there to go see some live music, and just so happened to make a friend. And then opportunities, happen. And I just kind of roll the dice and
What band
go
were you seeing?
for
Was
it.
it Mad Season?
What's that?
What band were you seeing?
Band? What do you mean? Oh, I was just going with a friend, and it was kind of no good, so I just went and wandered through the city.
Okay.
I went and wandered through the city. I was in some board shorts, just kind of like, cruising around, and stopped and said hello to I guess a friend that was waiting for me.
Right. I kind of did
cool.
that one time in Austin, but it was the opposite. It wasn't because the band wasn't any good. It's just I was like so excited. I was running between like 3 venues to try to watch all the concerts at the same time. What are you currently working on?
Right now, I have a lot of different projects coming up, but right now, as of I did last year, I did 100 paintings last year for basically, I guess, my COVID series.
Which is quite impressive.
I appreciate
You're telling me you're kind of on track right now, like at 40 or 50 this year to kind of hit that mark again. And we're only halfway through the year.
Yeah, well, it's been really fun learning every step of the way, really, and just kind of teaching myself different variations of my work to that grow in different ways, and being able to share that as well, and collect from that. I'm just keep soaking up all the knowledge that's kind of had with practice. So I'd like to just keep going and do like a yearly series, and just see if I can keep doing that for.
Do you have a theme for your series this year?
Well, this is I think the fun part about it is it's like, of course it's from me, so it's got like a certain, I guess, feel or style, from me, but the theme would just be freedom, and just to be able to express whatever is coming out at that time without any holding back.
Right.
So I'd like to think that all my pieces have different meanings behind them, and stand for different things at certain times for people. So I try to make my spirit be a lot more involved in my work, and just try to flow into that.
I was asking you what your last name meant, and you're like, it means from the land of intense emotions.
Yeah, it's Blaylock, man. We're just crazy.
Which kind of that's what you're saying about your paintings.
Yeah, it's I try to add a little bit of everything. Just we're human, so I can't help it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jesse, where is the best place in the world for people to get in touch with you if they would like to reach out and commission you for some work?
Well, I always prefer in person, just because it's a lot more fun that way. But
You want to throw up your digits?
No.
So you get those
man.
in-person meetings.
It's Jesse Blaylock Art on Facebook. I've got the personal pages and art pages there, and also Instagram and TikTok. They're all the same tag.
All right.
So that's Jesse Blaylock Art, just art at the end, and you'll be able to find me in my work. But you can just contact me there, and if you like any of the originals that I come out with, as I come out with them, or if you see something you already like, I'd like to be able to work it out in some kind of way, or maybe be commissioned to come do my thing somewhere that's available. But I'm enjoying being able to be myself, and
you're enjoying being you.
Yes.
Jesse, thank you so much for coming on Red Radio tonight, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys, and thank you for all the support. And
check out Jesse Blaylock from Deathlock, everybody.
The Juke Joint, the Sound 228 and 228 Entertainment bring you Dirty 30 Fest. The Dirty 30 Fest with Kingdom Collapse.
Get ready for the uprise. Everything that you say
Kingdom Collapse with special guest Ventress. Silent Trust. Ignite the Fire. And Etched in Embers. The Dirty 30 Fest happening July 24th, downtown Ocean Springs at the Juke Joint. Get your tickets now at msjukejoint.com. The Dirty 30 Fest. Brought to you by the Juke Joint, the Sound 228, and 228 Entertainment.
Hey, everybody! I got Transient from New Orleans on Red Radio tonight. What is up, Jody? What is up, Phil?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Has it?
Yeah,
Yes,
you guys just played the Juke Joint. That was your debut show. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It went really, really well, except for a couple little technical things, I think.
I thought it was excellent.
I thought it went very well. We had a sick circle pit. It was great.
The most fun part was me helping you load and unload off the stage.
Yeah, that was so much fun. And then my drums got wet, and that's
That was
weird.
my workout for the day.
Yeah.
Loading in the heavy equipment.
Yeah, everything sounds different after it gets wet.
I feel like the heavier the equipment, the better you sound.
I feel that way. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we got to do that. I didn't think it was going to happen because of the rain, but they built the big overhang.
I know,
which
that was crazy.
Highly impressive. I think Dustin built that. It was highly impressive. I thought if it did rain, we were all going to die from a monsoon but they had it draped off properly to where the water would run off. It was really fun. It was really great.
Yeah, so this current configuration of Transient. So Jody, you were in 12 Stones, you were in Smile and Empty Soul. Did you hand pick each person? I know you cherry picked Phil, right?
Absolutely. Oh, he was the first one. I got a picture of Phil hanging in my bedroom.
Do anything without
yeah,
Phil.
Yeah, Big Money Phil. I'm like, dude, that's what he knows. He knows that we're using him for his money.
But you were playing bass in the other bands, and then this one you played
so I was playing
guitar.
In with Phil. I was playing bass there, and then I normally play bass. But yeah, I've been knowing Phil for a long time, and all the guys have been in the band now. I've been knowing them for years through the scene. So yeah, handpicked them all.
And then you guys are about to embark on your first tour.
Yes.
In July next month, right?
Yeah, July. It starts on July 9th in San Antonio. We're doing 10 dates out in Houston.
I can't believe
Houston.
all the dates
10
are in
dates
Texas.
in Houston.
All the dates are in Texas.
Excuse me.
That's insane. I mean, Texas is a huge state, but back in the day, if me and Phil went on tour, we'd only do 3 shows in Texas.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are doing 20.
Oh, dude, my booking agent's insane. He likes money, and he gets percentage.
That's a lot of bars.
And the thing about all those dates is there's still a good bit of drive time in between there because Texas is so big. I was like, oh, they're all in Texas. This should be pretty efficient, right? No. Texas is massive.
Do you have a lot of local support? Is each show got a different local band?
Yeah, every show has a different local band, and they're promoting their show in their area.
That's awesome. So you'll get to play with 20 different local bands.
Yeah, and we're trying to do as many podcasts as we can, in each city that we're playing too. So we've been doing podcasts like crazy for the past few weeks. So hopefully everything pans out and it'll go real well, and I think it will because Pigweed's from Texas and that's their stomping ground, and they seem to do pretty well over there. So we're excited.
So is it like a vice versa type thing where you're gonna go play in Pigweed State and do 20 shows, and they're gonna come play in Louisiana, and y'all do 20 shows in Louisiana?
No, actually, it's just that specific tour. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You've been.
We're kind of trading off headlining in certain spots. So, yeah, because we're hitting
we did
Louisiana
that,
on a couple of dates and then Texas. So, yeah, the Texas dates stay headline, Louisiana, we flip around headline. Who cares?
But you guys been busy bees with the YouTube channel the last
nothing but
3
spend
months.
money.
You've been putting out a new music video every month for the last 3 months. I mean, I feel like all you do is make music videos.
I mean, got to give people something to look at, I guess. That's the way it works nowadays, though. Everybody's got to have constant stuff dropping, so you gotta have a lot in the chamber.
You've been putting out these singles. You got plans in the works for an album, an EP, or
yeah. Well, so we got all these singles. We got 3 released so far. We had another one that we were working on but didn't come out like we thought, so we kind of put that on the back burner. But the official EP, 6 songs, is going to be dropped on July 2nd. It's going to have 2 more songs than we don't have out now. So
And when that becomes available, where can people get it?
everywhere. Go
Website?
Yes. TransientNola.com. You can get it Spotify. You can get it on Apple Music. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from Phil.
We also have a ton of, and this is so important. So important. We have a lot of merch on TransientNola.com. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but it's going to be basically our lifeline to keeping this thing going because we have to sell some merch to keep things moving.
It's actually been a minute since you've been on Red Radio, Phil. You were on, I think, at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I did an interview with you, and you
Yeah.
guys cut it for some reason. I don't know. You didn't air it. I didn't even say any bad words or anything.
I think you could only watch it if it during the live stream.
Yeah, it was a little rude, but
But what have you been up to lately in the last I don't know 5-6 months since you've been on Red Radio?
So starting off, me personally, my life is somewhat of a disaster. But I'm
to say that you did you put on a very successful high level birthday show.
right. Well, compared to most people, I'm crazy successful. But on my
That
own,
wasn't a disaster.
Took a trip to Aruba, didn't you?
Yeah, well,
Aruba.
Aruba, Panama City. I've been. I did the Croncasta Palooza, which was probably the most successful show this coast has ever seen so far to date. They stopped people from coming in. There was nudity. There was money. There was being thrown out. I'm not lying. There was 2 fights. They're good fights too. Not like
You were in one of them.
yeah,
The guy with your elbow.
Yeah, dude hit me. A dude hit me. I think he was drunk. He hit me. Had to let him know who I was with my elbow. Had to introduce him. So that was cool. That was fun. We were friends now, so it's all good. That was fun. I'm doing my Cron Studios thing. I'm doing jingles with peppercorns for wrestlers and comedians around town and around the world. And yeah, we've just been getting ready for this tour and gearing up and making sure everything.
You bought a bus?
We bought a bus. We bought a shuttle bus, a big ass airport shuttle bus. It's silly.
It's so they bought it. So they bought a bus, and if you can imagine, a limousine for bands is what they've created. Jody built some bunks with his excellent carpentry skills.
So yeah. Jody's a he's a what would you say, a silver level carpenter? He's very good at what he does. Yeah.
I don't know. Phil, when I saw the bunks, they were just wood frames at that point, and and Phil said you're gonna put leather over them, and it's gonna be all padded.
It's gonna be silly, yeah.
Decked out, yeah.
Tons of plans. So we got the bunks, we got them upholstered, we got them all padded up. We got an 8-foot bench seat on the other side. We got cabinets. We got speakers. We got TVs. We got DVD players. We got PlayStation 5s. We have women in the back in his bunk. It's a good time.
It was quite impressive. I mean, just I was like, damn, I wish I could go on tour.
Man, you
Bus
saw it like halfway done too.
Yeah. I saw Mitchell's eyes got that twinkle in them when he came on that bus.
I was like, I wish we had something like this back in the day.
Which one of you boys can I lay next to? You know what I mean? That's what he was saying.
When Phil showed me that, I was like, I'm counting there's 5 people in the band and there's only 4 guys. It's like, I guess the 5th guy, whoever joins us, gonna be driving all day.
Yeah. We don't use the bass player live. We use the backing tracks because we find that 5th person is just a hassle. They're annoying. Bass players are weird. Let's be honest. No.
For real. No, we had a guy named Brian Bennett, awesome friend of ours. He was our official bass player for a while. He had to step down because he just had a new kid. So mad respect to him and doing the family thing,
That's how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, in all reality, with the technology we have now, you could theoretically play the bass lines directly from your rig as you play guitar.
Right, because everybody
Or vice
nowadays
versa.
uses backtracks to a degree. All the stuff you do in the studio, you kind of want all those extra sounds reproduced live as well. So we just do the bass on backtracks now, and Brian helps out writing and recording and stuff, and it is what it is. So it's a good time.
When can we expect to see you guys play again?
Well, The next show around here, we're actually playing at Deluxe. Oh.
Ooh.
That's it. Was it the 29th? Is it?
Yeah. So is that the date? Is that the 30th? It's the October 30th.
Man, give it a thumbs up.
Yes. Super excited about Spirit Fest. We're gonna dress up in silly costumes and live out our childhood dreams. And we're gonna play Belux out over here on Pass Road.
You gonna wear costumes?
Yeah. Well, I think we should. I think we should
wear those shirts.
This is the first Halloween show I played in like, what, 8 years or something like that?
You're gonna show up as the perfect strangers.
This is what we're doing.
No, we're gonna do.
This is our new band. Unit, by the way. Great.
He's gonna be cheese. I'm gonna be wine. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. We'll do ketchup and mustard, one of those silly costumes or something.
It's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. I don't know the details of it, but we've never played Belux. I've never played
Belux
Belux.
is huge.
It's massive. Really cool staff there. Really like what they're doing, and we're super excited about it. And we're gonna.
Well, you sound excited, Jody, Phil. Thank you so much for coming on Red Radio. Everybody, Transient. Go check out Transient. Hey, everybody. I had a dream last night that I was going to talk to somebody who could see into the past and the present and the future. I'm here with Crystal Burdett, the most famous psychic on the Gulf Coast. What's going on, Crystal?
Nothing much. How are you?
I have not had any crazy dreams lately.
I was going to say, you might have a
from time
feature
to time.
in this.
But I bet you have a lot of crazy dreams.
I do. I do have crazy dreams.
A lot of foreshadowing dreams.
Some of them don't make any sense at all. I could probably write a movie.
Crystal, my first question out the gate is, can you explain deja vu?
So, I guess my interpretation of deja vu is something that has happened before. It could be possibly in a past life. It could be something that you've dreamt of and it's happening in the now. It's just that feeling of familiarity, I guess. Oh, I've been here. This has happened. I might have dreamt this.
I like the theory. Well, I know that they disproved it since they came out. I think it was in the 80s or whatever. But the theory that the universe would expand and contract, expand and contract, expand. And then since then, I think they said it just keeps on. It's just going to keep on expanding. But back then, I thought that was kind of a cool way to kind of explain deja vu, because it expands and contracts and expands, and it's just over and over and over
I think that's life in general, though, you know?
Feeling like a ripple or whatever. But
ripple, spiral, whatever. In and out.
You read cards. You
Yes.
are a tarot reader. How did
am.
you get into tarot reading?
Okay, so it's kind of a crazy story, and I think this is how anybody that is in like psychic work or energy work, it just kind of happens in a way that's like eerie. I had gotten sober and I started my journey to recovery, and I was attending Reiki therapy. Have you heard of that?
That's energy.
Yeah, so it's a spiritual therapy where they use stones. Some people use acupuncture, acupressure, and they move energy and clear blockages out of your, chakras. And I started it, and I started feeling really balanced, and I got to a point where I felt like I was hearing people's thoughts. I kind of thought maybe this is it. I'm losing it. I'm going to have to check myself in.
Old schizo sitting
Yes. Well, I think that's a common diagnosis for people who are actually very spiritually in tune, and they just don't have any grounding. They just kind of all cerebral. And I had a friend, and we hadn't spoken in about 2 months, and I had another friend that was messaging me, inviting me to all these tarot groups on Facebook, and I was like, I don't know what this is about, but I'll join. Sure, why not? This other friend that I hadn't talked to for 2 months showed up to my doorstep with an apology, brown paper bag, and my first tarot deck.
There you go.
So it was just, I sat there in my kitchen.
Like you had a dream the night before. You're like, I think somebody's going to visit me the next day.
I mean, that's kind of how it works. It's kind of how it works.
Do you have a preference? Are you still working with the same deck, or have you tried other decks?
So that is my first deck. I still have that deck. I was gifted another deck that I use. There's so many different types of decks. So there's traditional tarot, there's oracle tarot, and just it kind of depends on what you're drawn to. I have 4 decks though.
I was going to ask you if you had a preference over the brand of decks.
I don't. I'm more drawn to the artwork, I guess, and just kind of how I can interpret that tarot deck. And it also depends on the person that I'm reading as to which feel I get for which deck I use for that person.
Right. I have a friend that I went to college with, and she designed a deck, I think last year, and a tarot deck.
Right,
and it was really, really cool.
Oh, that would be a dream.
And that's actually when I kind of first, it came on my radar that there's actually different brands and kinds. It's just, because you always see it in the movies, and, you think it's all the same thing, but it's actually
the first original tarot started with just regular deck of cards, so it's very similar to the major and minor arcanas and stuff. But honestly, I didn't get too schooled in tarot itself, like traditional tarot, as much as I just feel the intuition and pictures in my head. So the deck is more, I think, for people to just have that buffer.
Is there a certification that maybe one could get like online for tarot reading? Like you can like do some classes and be like,
I'm sure you could.
Here's the
I'm
right.
sure you
wrong
could.
I mean, you don't want to summon demons.
Oh, for
do you?
sure. I think
some metal bands down here.
I
do.
think there are people that read tarot that don't know anything. When I started, I didn't know anything about it. It was more of a feeling for me, you know?
How cool would it be to go to a metal show and you're there having the seance in the middle of the floor in front of the metal band playing, summoning.
I'm not messing with that.
You know,
I'm not messing with that.
summoning.
Oh no!
I mean, how much does that cost?
I'm gonna need a pretty penny to do something like that.
Well, you were saying you need a pretty penny to talk to the dead.
Okay, yeah. So I think as a medium, you see television shows like Long Island Medium, and she walks up to people in the grocery store and she's just like, "Hey, I got a message." For me, it does work like that sometimes, but I don't feel comfortable necessarily approaching a stranger, and so I kind of keep that for more private readings.
When you do it, do you have your Google Watch on?
I don't. I don't know. I might.
I'm just wondering if, like, I feel like I see someone from 2 years ago. It looks like you guys aren't friends anymore.
Oh. There are people that do that. There are people that do that. You would be surprised. I think people that do like celebrity readings, they can Google their entire life. I was watching something like that last night, actually, and I was like, she could Google everything about that girl.
That's right.
But that's not how it works for me.
I wanted to ask, how many generations back can you go when you are communicating?
So it tends to be pretty like immediate, like maternal or paternal grandmother or grandfather, because I think ancestral lineage, so whatever soul is in me is in my grandma, is in my great grandma, and so it's hard to
maybe
explain.
Like, is it just like the people that you knew from your lifetime? Not
Typically,
because if you keep going back, it's like you maybe had never met your great grandparents.
So typically,
it's
like
harder,
like people's spiritual advisors on the other realm is typically somebody that they have met in this life that they're connected to. So it has more of an effect, I think, on somebody in this realm if you're sending them a message from somebody that they're still grieving in a way, because they're very connected to that person.
Yeah, I see that a lot, where people take advantage of people who are grieving because they want to reach out. But I think this is the moment that everyone's been waiting for the last 5 minutes, especially me.
Oh.
To ask Crystal, what do you see in my immediate future?
Immediate future?
What does my palm say, Crystal?
I don't read palms. I want to be able to read palms.
My lifeline say about drinking today? It's pointing to yes.
It said probably so. Just don't have too many and then drive home. That's probably not a good idea. Do you really want me to read your immediate future?
How does it work? Do you like look into the person's eyes, or?
Oh, it's so much.
You need your cards, don't you?
I don't. I feel more comfortable with my cards.
Right.
They're kind of like my
guide,
comfort.
Sure. Yeah.
I haven't pushed myself outside of my comfort just yet without my cards.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What does my energy look like? Does it look aligned? I had some friends.
Do you want me to tell the truth?
Yes. It's probably all out of whack right now because I'm so discombobulated from this morning. But
I did feel that. I was feeling a little bit scattered. But that's okay.
I did have some friends. I had a friend of mine. She said she had to go get her energy aligned.
Yes, Reiki does a really good job at that.
Yes.
Or sound therapy. So there's a girl on the coast. I don't know if y'all have heard of Tiffany Kidder. She does a lot of sound therapy, which is a great way to align and cleanse
like
the chakras.
White noise and
it's
and
like
forest?
Song bowls and crystals.
Okay.
She like chimes
Yeah.
and stuff. It's very cool.
But that's fun.
It's nice. And like if you're not in balance and she plays a certain sound that like tunes part of your body, you can feel it in that part of your body.
It's funny. I see those sound bowls in therapists whenever I'm watching. I watch YouTube videos.
Have you ever tried one?
No, but I watch YouTube videos while I'm working during the day, and like I was watching this one where this therapist interviews rock bands, and in his office setting or whatever, you can see one of those sound bowls in the background.
I'm not good at them.
You gotta get
I'm not good at them.
get that right frequency.
Right. Ugh.
Crystal, where can people find you to reach out to get in touch with you?
Right. So I have my personal page on Facebook. It's just Crystal Burdett.
Is it Crystal Burdett, best psychic ever?
I mean, I'm going to stay humble. I'm going to stay humble. I've got teachers, so I can't be the best. But also I have a business page, Boom Chakra Laka.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Boom Chakra.
It just kind of came to me.
Yeah.
In a vision. So
had a dream about it. Taking a little cat nap. Boom shakalaka, that's it.
It is. It was an epiphany for sure. I had been thinking for weeks, and
Crystal, thank you so much for coming on Red Radio.
Thank
we
you.
Can't wait to see you at Red Sky. Everybody, Crystal's going to be at Red Sky. So if you are interested in getting some tarot readings or private readings with Crystal, she will be at Red Sky. Come check her out, everybody. Thanks,
all right.
Crystal.
Thank you. See y'all there.
Red Radio Productions South presents Red Sky Summer Music and Arts Festival, Saturday, July 31st at the District Green, located at 785 Howard Avenue, Biloxi, Mississippi. Featuring live music by Grayson Caps, Royal Horses, Galen Martin plus Crutches, Della Memoria, Mobtown Revival, Miles Sharp and Stereo Junkie, None the Wiser, The End, Gravity Tractor, and Zach Perkins. Stand-up comedy by Patty Dwyer. Live painters Greg Knoll Art, Robbie Amonette, and Andrew Switzer. Art vendors, street performers, food trucks, and cold beer. $20 tickets can be purchased in advance at Marley's Music or buy them at the gate. Kids 12 and under are free, so bring your picnic blanket and groove on the green with us at Red Sky.
Stay put.